So then you're up here, and this hotel comes on the market. Like, tell me.
Okay,
Sorry, before I intro.
So when I moved up here, I was a girls soccer coach in Houston. I have 3 daughters, and Macy, Kellner, and Shelby, and I was a girls soccer coach, and we played soccer all over Texas and Louisiana and Oklahoma a little bit. Played in softball also, girls softball. And so I came up here, and Tulsa's easy. You can, like if you're living in Houston, it takes you depending on where you're working at, it takes you maybe an hour and a half. Sometimes I was working in Galveston. It'd take me an hour to get there and an hour and a half to get back. And so, but in Oklahoma, in Tulsa, you can get off at 5 and you can be at your kid's soccer game at 5:30 or 6 o'clock. And so I was coaching a girls soccer team, and I had a girl on my team, and her last name was Robson, and her dad is from Claremore, and her dad's father loaned Sam Walton the money to start Walmart with, the Robson family. And so one day we were driving from Claremore back. I was taking her home after a soccer game, and she points. We're driving just right on the IDL, and she points at this sign, and she goes, "My dad owns that building." And it said Mayo on it, and didn't know what Mayo was.
Yeah.
But so I was at a game, soccer game one time with Bruce, and Bruce said, I said, "Hey Bruce, you own a building downtown?" He goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I'm embarrassed to own that building." And he said, I hate that building. He goes, "Everybody laughs at me," and he's trying to develop it, and it's kind of hard if you're, you really don't have a lot of experience doing construction and development. And he didn't have it. And so anyway, so I kind of helped him, and I'd come over and, run the homeless guys out of here and kind of, just sort of take care of it. I thought the building was cool. Big building, 300,000 square feet. And so we had a bond issue that came out when Susan Savage was mayor, and kind of like the Vision 2025 package that got passed in 2003. But this was in 2001, and so it was around April. And so we were, they were going to change everything, and they were going to, put these incentive packages out to developers. And so Bruce was hoping to get a little bit of money on that. And so, they were going to build an auditorium and all kinds of things that didn't make any sense. And so it didn't pass, and so we went to like a watch party at the Tulsa Tulsa Club up here, and so didn't pass, and he's just like, screw this place, I'm leaving, I'm moving to Florida, I don't want to go to another party and have people laugh at me anymore. And so I'm talking to him, and so we walk over to the elevator, and I push the button to go down, and he goes, "You got $1?" And I kind of looked at him, and he goes, "Dad, you got $1?" I said, "Yeah, I got $1." He said, "You just bought the Mayo Hotel for $1." And I said, "Bruce, you're drunk, man." He goes, "I'm not drunk. I'll bring you the damn keys tomorrow morning." I said, "Yeah, okay, whatever, man." I said, "Do you need me to drive for you?" He goes, "No, man, I'm not drunk." So 8 o'clock, I'm over here at 5th and Boulder. I used to office in this 111 building right next door. And he calls me and goes, "I'm bringing the keys over." I said, "Are you serious?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You bought it." And I said, "Well, can I have that parking lot to the north of it?" And he goes, "You got to buy that." And I said, "Well, how much?" He goes, $250,000. I said, "Okay." And I said, "Hey, I work for somebody else. I don't have a hell of a lot of money." And I said, "Is there any way we can close at the end of the year?" And this is April. He said, "Yeah, no problem." But he goes, "You need to take it right now." So as of this morning, that's yours, and you handle it. I don't want to hear anything else. So I had the keys and had the building, and so but Tulsa was, you wouldn't even walk around here at night. I mean, it was really dangerous and nothing going on. Just people would come here to go to work during the day, and then they were gone. 5 o'clock, the place just kind of rolled up. But it's different now. We were really and truly, we were pretty much the first. It was my wife and I and my family with the Mayo. It was Michael Sager at the Blue Dome, and then Elliot Nelson just graduated from Notre Dame, he actually was leasing that building that McNally's is in, and I mean Elliot. I mean, I'd had meetings with Michael Sager and Elliot. Elliot would be covered in mud. He would be down in ditches digging and stuff. So, I mean, he really worked hard to get where he is, and I have a lot of respect for him. And so it was really just us, you know, and nobody else was throwing down their own money. The city, you know, wasn't really doing anything. And so...
What year was this?
That was 2001, 2002. Okay. Yeah. And so I came up with a plan to park cars in the basement, and so I cut a couple ramps in there and made some other ramps, and so we could generate some money. And then my daughter Macy graduated from OU, and then we went ahead and added bathrooms on the first floor, and then we just set up that whole lobby area in this mezzanine for events, and then we would just rent it, you know, a couple $1,000 for an event, and then they bring their own, you know, food, their own caterers and stuff like that. We would rent tables and chairs, and so we were able to eke out, you know, a little bit just to pay the bills and things like that. And Macy, I mean, she ran the whole thing.